Hi, this is your instructor for SPC 1010, Melissa Parker. And the reason that I'm making this video here in week 8 is to give you some tips on the upcoming informative speeches. So I wanted you to make note of some of the things that I'll be looking for. First of all, your speech is to be 3 to 4 minutes long. As we progress forward in the class, I will note your time and will deduct points if you either fall short of the time requirements or if you go incredibly over the time requirements. This one will differ, excuse me, I'm getting over a little something. This one will differ from the previous speech in that you will now need to adapt the topic to your audience. You will need to thoroughly state your thesis and preview statement, and you will also need to establish credibility. And this is a really important point because your audience wants to know how you are qualified to speak on that topic. So you might mention your personal experience with the subject matter and or the research that you've done to enhance your credibility. Finally, a question that I've been asked several times, so I wanted to go ahead and address the answer, is do I need to have in-text citations like when I'm writing a research paper? And the answer is yes. And so going with an example from your textbook, the Ramadan speech, for an example, you might say something like this author says, as explained in Karen Armstrong's Islam, A Short History. In 610 AD, the Prophet Muhammad embarked on a spiritual journey through the desert in what is now Saudi Arabia. Or another example of a quote is, Syed Nasr, author of Islam, Religion, History, and Civilization, explains that, quote, the fast is required of all Muslims, male and female, from the age of adolescence until one no longer possesses the physical strength to undertake it, end quote. So there are two examples of in-text citations. Also, don't forget in classroom materials, you have an example speech that's typed out for you. You also have an outline template, so if you've missed points in the past on your outline, you can follow that template. And you also are privy to the grading rubric that I will use. And so that's the exact thing that I print out when I watch the video speeches, and I give you points accordingly. So if you have not reviewed that folder, it's a really, really valuable source of information so that you can do well on these speeches in week 8. Sounded like I said egg. In week 8. So, again, this is Melissa Parker. Sorry, I sound a little rough today, just getting over a little something, but I wanted to reach out to you and give you those helpful hints. And I hope that you all do well and have a lot of fun in week 8 with those speeches. Thanks.